And wouldn't you know it, the very second I go live, I feel like I'm struggling with a sneeze, so I might sneeze. Anyway, hello everyone. Long time no see. Yeah, it's coming. It's gonna happen. Um, so how's everyone doing? Gotta light my incense, because that's part of my painting routine. Gotta light my incense. So we are going to hang out today. So I'm not doing a tutorial. Hi, Vince. I'm not doing a tutorial, but I was kind of struggling a little bit this morning with some anxiety, and sometimes it really helps me to be able to paint with people or, whatever. So I decided to go live and do some painting, which is something I usually do with my YouTube members. But I decided to do it live with everybody today. So, hello. Welcome, everyone. So, I am working on this. I don't know if any of you saw on Instagram, or I think I posted it on Facebook too, where I was doing this gigantic version of it. But I have to start it over because, let me show you what happened. This one's much bigger than the one I'm currently working on. But I had this canvas just kind of kicking around for years. And I was finally like, I'm going to use that canvas finally. So I grabbed it and I started painting on it, and then I had to pick a hair off of the canvas. And can you see those white marks? All right, here and here and here and here. That's just where the paint just scratches right off. So halfway through the painting, I had to scrap it and start over. So I didn't have another gigantic canvas. So, 18 by 24 it is. So I do still have quite a few of my paintbrushes, but I haven't put them back up for sale yet. So you guys know, I think, that I kind of went through a really bad burnout and quit painting for almost a year. And so I'm back to painting now. I'm kind of doing baby steps. So I'm painting. I've got my YouTube membership people, and we hang out all the time. And I'm doing prints now, which that's kind of taking up a huge portion of my time. So my goal is in the new year to get back to selling brushes, at least what I have left, since I won't be able to make any more. Sell off what I have left, get my prints and some of my art for sale on my website, as well as come back and start doing public videos for you guys again. That said, those public videos will not be tutorials, but they will be content that is hopefully useful for you. In the meantime, today I'm painting on this bad boy, and I do have a few other canvases prepped just in case, because sometimes when I'm painting, I'll get bored of a painting or kind of feel stuck, and I'll just take it down and start working on something else. So you might get to see that. We'll see. Is anybody else working on anything today? I was kind of hoping that at least someone would come by with a project to work on, but it's okay if you don't. Yeah. Oh, I also wanted to tell you guys about the new art challenge that I'm starting. So I know that December can be a really hard month for artists. It's hard to find time to paint. It's hard to commit to painting, on a daily practice or whatever. It's just December is hard. So I thought, why don't we do like a 30 days art challenge, kind of like an Inktober type thing, but something small enough that you can do it all through December and not lose your momentum, not completely, lose everything. And then January comes along and you're like, ugh, I don't know how to get back into painting. So I want to talk about that with you guys today, tell you what you can expect and when it's going to go live and, just all the specifics about it. So we're going to do that too. And I'm going to try and keep up with chat. Smash that like button. Vince is trying out his viral YouTuber voice today. You did, Mimi? Oh no, I hope you get back to it. Are you back to it already? It can be really distressing. When I quit painting, I went and I got a job. I haven't had a job in, not an outside of the house, outside of self-employed job. I hadn't had one in roughly 10 years or so. And so I liked my job a lot, but I did kind of feel like I had failed since, I had this awesome job of my own making and I let my anxieties and everything turn it into nothing. To just let it go and, go work at a grocery store, which is obviously nothing wrong with going to work at a grocery store. If I had to get a job again today, I would probably try and go back to the grocery store I worked at because I really did enjoy it a lot. But, that's not who I am. I paint. I'm an artist. I'm a teacher. That's who I am and that's who I want to be. So that's why I quit that and came back to painting, but I have to do it in baby steps. If I just jump back in, full throttle, then I think I risk burning out and disappearing again. And I don't want to do that anymore. You're working on something exciting, Ilya? I can't wait to see. Hi, Vicky. Good, Mimi. Good. I'm excited for the challenge too, Annie. Oh no, Mimi. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. I understand how that might make painting challenging, to say the least. Okay, so our December thing, I'm calling it 3x3x31. I'll put it in chat because I know that sounds weird. 3x3x31 challenge. Thank you, Cheryl. Hello. So the 3x3x31 is going to be 3" by 3" paintings or whatever, 3x3" pieces of art. And 31 refers to there's 31 days in December. So what I want you to do, and I'll make a post with all of this information as well. What I want you to do is only make little pieces of art no bigger than 3x3". And I'll have a list of prompts for you as well. They're going to be winter themed, not necessarily Christmas themed. You're free to make them as Christmassy or, whatever as you like. They're going to be kind of abstract. So it's not going to be like, draw a Christmas ornament or anything like that. You know me, I like to do things a little different. So it'll be a little bit different. Hello, Tammy. Oh, nice, Susan. Yeah. Thank you, Gigi. So the 3x3x31, you can do in any medium you want. You can do them in acrylic, oil, watercolor, pen and ink, which is what I'm going to be doing, pen and ink with watercolor. If you want to do sculpture or digital, you can do anything. The point of the whole challenge is to keep you moving during the holiday season so that when January comes, like I said, you're not like, how do I get back to it? Because the holidays, man, they can just take it right out of you, can't they? So let's not let that happen. What's that? Do I have more? Guys, my YouTube members, did I miss anything? Hello, Lori. I'm really looking forward to this challenge because even, this is my full-time job, and even I need a little bit of a kick in the pants during the holiday season. It's just kind of a tough time to make art. Yeah. Welcome, Diane. Good to see you too. Oh, Vicky, I'm sorry. Hello, Wendy. Yeah, so what is new with you guys? Tell me in chat what you've been up to. I am painting as absolutely much as I can. I've been pretty productive the last half of this year, which has been nice. I did some markets this year, some like art markets, sold a little bit of art, and just the other day I had my first gallery opening, so that's exciting. Have some of my art in a local gallery here, and yeah, hoping for a couple of sales. What about you guys? Anybody else doing the gallery market thing? Now you guys get to see a little bit of like my actual process. My everyday process that I do when I'm painting for myself is quite chaotic, and it can get a little confusing. That's why, 90% of the time when you guys ask for a tutorial on something, I'm like, there's no way I could do a tutorial on that. There's no way. The way I paint is it's just gotten so strange lately with all my layers and glazing and backtracking and everything. I need a bigger brush than that. You're practicing with the Inktense? You just bought those, didn't you, Annie? What do you think of them so far? They're insane, aren't they? Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mimi. Ooh, it's time to paint Christmas gifts already, isn't it? Man. I used to do that. I did that a couple of times, but then I let life get in the way of everything and take me over, and now I don't anymore. Simple oils? Heck yes, it really is. It really is different, so much different than acrylic. The concepts are the same, but actually like getting in there and doing it requires a different approach for sure. I've actually been thinking I wanted to get back into some oils. I haven't done any oils for several months. But at my gallery opening, I had a couple of oil paintings there, and they got so much attention that I was like, oh, maybe I should do some more of those. And I'm I'm currently in the middle of a new color obsession. I don't know if you can tell, but in the last week or so, I have purchased, let me show you. Not that one, I already had that one. In the last week or so, I have purchased eight tubes of paint. They're all roughly in the same color family. Some reds, some oranges. Yeah, so that's my new color. You guys might have seen these that I posted on my Facebook and Instagram. Done in my favorite colors. Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve. You quit painting for over 5 years? Oh, yeah. No, Mimi, you have to be careful with that. When your art becomes a chore, that's when things get really hard. And my dog just decided to start barking. I apologize. There must be somebody at the door. But yeah, when it becomes a chore, then you just don't want to do it anymore. And that's where burnout comes from. And that's exactly what I dealt with. That's exactly what I've been dealing with. Sorry about that, guys. She's so scary and so protective. Freya, stop it. Wendy's trying to learn watercolor. I do love watercolor. My advice, Wendy, and anybody else who's trying to learn watercolor, because it really is such a different beast from anything else. My advice is to use it in a way that makes sense to you. Don't try to control it like you do with acrylic paint, because that doesn't work. I gotta get up to the top here. Yeah, it does not get controlled like acrylic paint does. So don't try. It wants to run. It wants to do its own thing. So let it run. Let it do its own thing. And then everybody, including you, will be happy. I think I want to use one of my new colors. Yeah. No, I don't. Hello, Tammy. Donna's been practicing with Inktense too. Yeah, you guys can tell we've just been talking about the challenge for a few days in the YouTube membership group, and so everybody's starting to get prepped up for it. I don't have the list of prompts yet, but my membership group is going to help me put those together. So probably in the next few days I'll have them, and I will release the full list of prompts on November 30th, which is, what day is that? Let's see, because I have no idea. It is 2 Sundays from now. Yep, just let it go where it wants. I know, new color obsessions are really fun, I think. I love a color obsession. And this one feels really exciting. Sorry, sometimes I get lost and forget to talk. You're so sweet, Wendy. Thank you. Oh, hello, Barbie. I didn't see you there. Yeah. So, guys, we've talked about it a little bit in a couple of lives over the last couple of months. And I do have a list here. And this list, it's getting beat. If you can tell, the paper, it got wet. But these are things that you guys have requested that I do when I start making public videos again. So I would like to add to this list things that you guys want to discuss in some videos. So I have things on here like how to repair a ripped canvas. That one is probably going to be my first one back. Some perspective work, color mixing, color theory, glazing, values, making custom paintbrushes, things like that. So let me know what other kind of things you guys would like. And I don't know why I'm getting phone calls now. Yeah, let me know what else you guys would like, because I want to make videos that you need. Oh, I keep meaning to tell my my YouTube members, because since I talk to them all the time, but I keep forgetting. But I just remembered now, so I'll tell everybody. I thought it was really funny. I started seeing a therapist, which has been amazing. And guess what plays on the TV in the waiting room every single time I'm there? There is Bob Ross playing in the waiting room every time. Like, I mean, it really is pretty much the perfect thing to play in a therapist's office, right? Nice and calming and beautiful and inspiring. So I thought that you guys would think that was pretty appropriate. Welcome, Barbie. Oh my gosh, we are going to have so much fun together. Ooh, physical therapy. Heck yeah, I hope that helps you out so much, Donna. Hang on one sec, guys. Oh, okay. They should play Painting with Jane instead. I don't think so. The Bob Ross is good enough. This dumb palette taps so much. I'm trying to rearrange my studio so everything is kind of like askew right now. And that's why everything just looks totally chaotic. But trying to rearrange my studio while also shipping prints. If you guys got in on my Kickstarter for prints, they are going out right now. So if you haven't filled out your survey yet and you're waiting for some prints, get in there and fill out that survey. Let me know if you can't find it and I'll get it for you again. And as soon as all of my prints are out for the Kickstarter, shipped out, then they'll be available publicly. I'll put them up for sale on my website. But right now, it's just the ones I'm working on for the Kickstarter. Well, thanks, Vince. Same here, Mimi. Same. Yep. I think he definitely inspired several generations of artists. Just several. I remember sitting and watching my mom paint with them on, was it Saturday morning, Sunday morning, something like that, as a little kid. She would bring all of her painting stuff out, set it up in the living room, and I don't know, maybe it was only once or twice, but in my little kid brain, I remember it happening a lot. What do you remember, Ma? If she's still here. She might not be here anymore. Oh yeah, the gold leaf, the metal leaf. Yeah, we can do that. That stuff is tricky and finicky. Let me write that down. Here's a pencil. I'll just say leaf. I know what that means. Okay, it's on my list. It was a lot. That's what I thought. Okay, are we dry up here yet? Dry enough. Woo! So this is why sometimes when I post my paintings on social media, I almost always get asked, what color is that? What color did you use? I can't tell you because this alone is 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, I think. And I'm about to put another one on there. So there's next to never anything in my painting that is just a color that I can say, oh, that's this. It's always, well, it's this mixed with this, glazed with this, scrubbed over with this. I'm just kind of a mess of colors and layers. Let's see what happens here. I'm using quinacridone red. This is a brand new color for me. And that is exactly what I was hoping it would do. Oh yeah. This is definitely the color that was missing from my color palette. So that is glazing. For those of you who have asked about glazing, super transparent color over top of another color and the way it changes things. I have the Neo colors, Mimi. I've used them a little bit, but not a ton. But yeah, they are super fun. How do I choose the underpainting choice? It's trial and error, preference, just exploring what you like. Actually, I wouldn't say it's trial and error because I don't think you can pick really a wrong underpainting. I have my guidelines that I go by, but not everybody does. Other artists regularly do things for their underpainting that I would never do. Or no underpainting at all, which that makes me really nervous to not do an underpainting. This painting, for example, has, let's see, where is it? Where did you go? It has Golden's fluorescent red. That's the underpainting. You can see it in the windows there. So lately I like the neon underpaintings that or metallic underpaintings. All right, that's not too bad. I think I won't take it quite all the way to the bottom. What is happening? Oh my gosh, my phone is so loud. Where did that come from? Oh, paint boogers on my paint. Oh, that is the color that I have been looking for. Thanks, Curly Whirly. Oh yeah, oil pastels are... Yeah, there's a learning curve there for sure. Yeah, Grace, exactly. And my ADHD brain wings it too until I find one that I really like, and then I just kind of latch onto it. Almost everything I'm painting lately has either the fluorescent red or the fluorescent pink underpainting. Sometimes I'll just go for the exact opposite of what I want the surface to be. So for example, this set, they have, I don't know if you can see it anymore. Yeah, right there, cobalt blue. So this is cobalt blue underpainting. And you can see it a little bit, like right here. You can almost see the blue there, a little around the edges. So I fully support going crazy and just like seeing what happens. Just doing whatever you like to see what happens. Even, you know, just randomly pick a color. That's okay too. You won't know how it looks until you try. Yeah, I like to use transparent colors too, Mimi, for the underpainting. Sometimes I want a color that isn't transparent. It's not that I want to use a color that isn't transparent. There's a color that I want to use and it happens to not be transparent. So then I just use tons more matte medium to make it more transparent, like the cobalt blue. You don't want a super thick, heavy, opaque color for your underpainting. Is this dry? No. Let's work on something else for a minute. Just because this is wet and I can't reach my hair dryer right now because of the, well, those aren't dry either. Well, let's see. I might have to reach my hair dryer at some point. What else do I have that I can work on? Yeah, I'm gonna have to reach my hair dryer. Give me just a second. I'm gonna mute you so I don't blow your ears out with the hair dryer. All right, some good questions. Thank you, Mimi. Graceful grunt. Yep, there is something about a red tone. I know. And it just like hit me one day. I was like, I need to paint with the most vibrant red orange I can find. Quin Magenta is a good underpainting color. Another one that is really good for underpainting, another couple, if you just want like 4 standbys to use, I would say Quin Magenta, Ultramarine blue is good for just about anything. Deep violet. I always have a tube of Basics Deep Violet because it's such a good underpainting color. And anything warm and transparent, like transparent burnt sienna. I also really, really love to use cadmium orange. So those are some of my go-tos. Okay, let's see. I think that's good. I can glaze there now. And do I use, who asked that? Mimi. Do I use matte medium when I glaze? Yes. You can use, welcome Kathy. You can use matte medium, you can use gloss medium, you can use glazing medium. The reason I use matte medium is because that's what I got used to using. I've used glazing medium in the past, and in my experience, it dries way too fast. And so I like the matte medium because it doesn't dry as fast as glazing medium does. And gloss medium, in Liquitex anyway, is the glazing medium, so it dries pretty quick. But I like to be able to just grab a little bit more medium and move paint around if it gets too heavy somewhere, like it did right there. Yeah, Cad Orange. Cad Orange is such a good one. Do use medium with it though. Don't apply it too thick and opaque. Lots of medium. See that? And don't be afraid to scrub. This is all going to be very dark in this area, so that's why I'm glazing it down. This is going to be a very dramatic painting. I want it to look like nighttime. Yes, nighttime with a bright red sky. We've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube lately. There's these channels where they play like just kind of this moody lo-fi music, and then they show pictures of like I'm sure they're mostly AI, like liminal space type photos, empty places, just images that are a little strange. And there was one that just had this bright orange red sky, and that's what started this. I was like, that's what I need in my life. I think I took a picture of it. Let me see if I can find it. And I'll show you. I took a picture of my TV screen. I thought I did anyway. Nope, I guess not. I don't see it. But I watched that video a lot, so it's kind of burned into my memory. Floating medium. So a floating medium, I'm not sure what that is. What exactly is that? Is that the one that you're supposed to put in water? I think you're supposed to put it in your paint water, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah, the glazing medium, it's difficult to use sometimes. It can be really, really hard to use. Let's see, I need a new brush. We'll go with that one. My palette is an absolute catastrophe. So remember when I was making videos and you guys would always comment on how tidy my palette was? That was just for you. Here's my palette right now. It's a chaos, but I've been using it for several paintings now. It's been put through the ringer. That's not light enough. Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, for reals, Donna. Do you like the longer drying time, Donna? Do you like that better than the matte medium? This brush is too soft. Yeah, I bet painting a skateboard is challenging. I have a friend who does that. I think they do it every year, like for, I don't know if it's for a gallery show or what, but yeah, they paint on skateboard every year. You hated the glazing medium? Was it just because it dried too fast? Because I'm with you on that. Oh, it's hard to reach this way when my camera is on. Whoops. That's all right. Donna, none of us are as painting proficient as we would like to be. Trust me, none of us are. Oh, let's see. See, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm almost bored with this painting because I had to restart it, and that just makes me feel like, ugh, just kind of losing it, you know? Heck yeah, Mimi, do it. Get yourself some matte medium. Just remember, you want the liquid. I don't know why, but for some reason, like half the time when I tell people to get matte medium, they end up buying the gel, and that is not going to be your friend. That's going to be really challenging to work with. And yeah, it's going to make your paint really thick and hard and just not fun. It's not going to be a good painting experience. So get the fluid, the liquid kind. Those trees are way too aggressive right now, but that's all right. Yeah, man. Treat yourself. Some good art supplies. They can make a huge difference. Like I said, that other canvas, I struggled with it in the first place. Like it was kind of hard to paint on. And then the paint started scraping off of it. And this is a Blick canvas, the Blick Premier, which are their expensive ones. I don't even know where I got it. I've had it for a long time. But this canvas is such a dream to paint on. I'm like, oh, do I want to buy expensive canvases from now on? But maybe. Oh, yeah, the Golden Opens. Yeah. That's right, Annie. The ultra matte medium will make your paint more opaque. That said, it is very helpful if you have transparent paint that you don't want to be super transparent. So I do have some ultra matte and I use it from time to time, but not for glazing. Not for glazing at all. What are we doing up here? Can we work on that yet? I think so. Okay. That might not be opaque enough. There we go. I mean, Sunny, I can't force you to do anything. If you want to use 4x4, that's up to you. You're not going to get kicked out of the challenge or anything. The reason I said 3x3 is just because it's small and it's an easy size of art to complete when you have a lot going on. I mean, if you think that you can do 4x4 every day for 31 days, I can't tell you no. That's up to you. Me personally, I'll be doing 3x3 because I know for a fact I can't do more than that and make it. So bye, Mimi. Thanks for hanging out. It was really nice talking to you. Hopefully I do this again and you can stop by again. Like I said, I do these live painting things with my YouTube members. We usually do them a couple times a week. But this week I have been conspicuously absent because of shipping prints and each day just gets away from me. But yeah. So sorry guys that I haven't been around much this week. All right, let's see what's going on there. Oh yeah, that's looking a lot better. So what are some other things that you guys want to learn? Anything to do with painting. I will see what I can do with any of it. Now, I'm not saying you will never have tutorials again. I am just saying I can't commit to doing tutorials all the time, at least. You know, once in a while, if something really jumps out at me, then I may. Like, actually, we recently in the group, we had a challenge recently to repaint one of our older paintings. And I did it, and I chose my rainy window. And so here is my new rainy window that I painted. And I did that, and so my members have a video of that. But other than that, I'm not doing a ton of tutorials, just kind of here and there whenever it feels right. And that one felt right, and I enjoyed it. What's happening there? There we go. Bye, Wendy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Cheryl says it's got a Stranger Things vibe. Yeah, I guess so, doesn't it? A little bit. A little bit. I actually haven't watched any Stranger Things beyond season 1, so I'm just kind of going by what I remember. Let's see. Throw some yellow in there. Color theory, yeah, that's a big one too. It's something that no matter how many times you've learned it before, it's still helpful to learn. There's always something new to learn with color theory. When presented the opportunity, I will always take a color theory class. Like, I just really love color theory and, you know, all the fun things you can do with it. We've done some really fun color theory things that I will gladly bring to you guys, because I'm sure my members are kind of color theoried out by now, because I'm always like, let's do some color theory, let's do some more swatches. But it's one of my very favorite things to do. So we'll go for about an hour, so just a few more minutes, and then I'll let you guys go. I don't want to overstay my welcome. But if you guys enjoy this, make sure you let me know, please. Leave a comment or something and let me know if this is something you want to do more often, because I'm down for doing some live painting here and there with you guys. That sky is actually turning into a very different vibe from what I had planned, but I kind of love it. Yeah, it's very different from what I was going for. You love it? Okay, good. Good, good, good. How's the oil painting going? More? Okay, we'll do more. I haven't done any oil painting in a few months. Currently, because I'm working on rearranging my studio, all of my oil paints are in a box on the other side of the room. But I desperately want to get back to it. I'm excited to see what I can do with this color scheme in oil. So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing that soon. Hello there. Thank you, thank you. All right, guys. I will definitely do some more. I can't commit to a schedule at this point, but, you know, let's see where it goes. Let's see what happens, and maybe it'll just kind of turn into a regular thing. Yeah. Man. Now I'm amped on this painting because that sky is looking so good. So I think I'll keep working on it. And then I'll let you guys go in just a few minutes. You want to get better with light peeking through the clouds? Yeah, I understand that. That can be a challenging thing. But remember that you paint light peeking through clouds just like you paint light peeking through a tree, or just like, I mean, everything is really the same. It's just maybe the shapes are a little different. But really look at clouds, like go outside and study them. Really look at how light peeks through the clouds. What changes when the light moves. Take pictures, look at pictures in magazines or online, study them. That's how you're going to get really good at it, is by studying what the light does, so that when you sit down to paint it, you know exactly what you need to do. You know what it would look like. You're not just making a guess. Now here, I can just make a guess because this does not exist. This is not a real thing that you would see in the sky, hopefully. I mean, I guess if your neighborhood were on fire, and that certainly does happen, but hopefully none of us ever have to see something like that. Thanks, Gigi. Welcome. Welcome. You never went back from oil since the last time? Excellent. We got a convert. Good. And Ilya, you're killing it with the oils. You really are doing such a good job. Thank you, Cheryl. Dimensions so the painting doesn't look flat. Yeah, we can do a lot of that. And just for a little piece of advice, just straight out of the gate, before we do anything like that, let me tell you that the best way to make your paintings not look flat is through color theory. Honestly, I feel like color theory has been one of the biggest impacts. Learning a lot about color theory has been one of the biggest impacts on my painting, because you can adequately describe shadows and light and things like that give your art more dimension. And it's a way you can do it with color without having to really worry about, like, all the other things. I mean, you still have to worry about them, but color theory is really going to make a big difference. Okay. I feel like I might be losing it just a little at the bottom there, so I'm going to give that a break. Let's get a little weight on the sky. So, see, this is what I'm talking about. So my sky doesn't look flat, even now, where it's got a long way to go. My sky doesn't look flat because of the lighter at the bottom that fades up, but I'm going to add some more weight by making it just a little bit darker at the bottom. Oh, well, the top here. And that will also add to the weight of the sky and make it seem like it's looming rather than just like an orange backdrop, which is okay too. I don't mind an orange backdrop. But see, this is not necessarily a darker color. What this is it's a cooler color. So the orange is very warm. The yellow is very warm. But this color I'm using up at the top is very cool. It's a little on the pink side. And so I think that cool tone helps make the red feel heavier. If that makes sense. It's not about necessarily going darker. It's about going cooler. Because if I squint my eyes really hard, this color's not much darker than the orange. Let's see how that did. Just that cooler color at the top. It needs some more, but yeah, that's a good start on it. Just like with white, how many of you have ever said, my white just isn't bright enough? My white highlights are disappearing. That's a color theory thing too. So if everything is really light, your white is not going to show up. So you should make things darker. But if you can't really make things darker and your white still doesn't look bright or glowy enough, what I do a lot is I'll change the temperature. So like, let's say I'm using a super pale yellow to say this moon is glowing, but it just doesn't seem glowy enough, then I'll add just a hint of like a super pale purple to the side of it, because purple being the opposite of yellow, it just makes it feel like it's kind of got a full spectrum glow to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, those are things that we can go over for sure. So yeah, I think I'm gonna let you guys go. And I'll probably keep working on this, and stay tuned for more. After the new year, I will get back to doing videos for you guys in some way. Please be patient with me. Until then, we are almost there. And I will get all the information for December's challenge out to you in a social post very soon. So, all right, everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.